Welcome back to the channel. I'm Piotr Mokry, a Dallas-based DP, photographer, gaffer with a 1-ton grip van full of Aputure Lighting. On this episode, we're going to go over 4 days of shooting for 3 different clients, product photography, step and repeat, and then also a corporate event. Day 1 of a multi-day shoot. We are doing product photography. A lot of rugs, furniture, and other miscellaneous items. So this is our area that we'll be shooting in. We'll be doing top down in this location, and then over here we'll be doing the furniture. We'll have a white background set up so it's easy to remove and use for e-commerce. Same with the top down, and this is where we'll have the laptop to monitor everything. I've done this shoot quite a few times, so I have a good hang of it, so I will take you guys along and let you see what goes down. All right, so we're shooting top down now. We have the Avenger Boom, got the A7 IV, straight down, top down shots. We have white paper for the background separation. We have a flash there, shooting into the ceiling, flash there, shooting into ceiling, giving us some diffused even light, and that's what we're going for. Got my Robo Cup, holding my drinks. We've got a time lapse going. This is what we have. It's looking good. Right now we're using painter's tape to roll off any rogue hairs because we have a lot of products here, and sometimes colors and hairs from one product may end up on another product. So we clean it up before we shoot it. Fix it in pre. I often get asked, how do I find my clients? Where do I get these kind of gigs? And this client originated from my days of covering off-road racing when I first started photography. And they reached out to me to see if I was capable of doing product photography for them. And I said, yeah, of course I am. And that brings up a good point. I was in an area that had a lot of people. When you cover racing, there's hundreds of people out there. You're reaching hundreds of people. They know your capabilities. If you can get into a market that has a lot of people, your stuff gets seen, and then your work gets shared, and then you end up getting more business. Here's my human background stand right now. So with that in mind, try to reach some areas where there's a lot of people. Sometimes working school events or anything like that, or a big conference, anything that has a large amount of people, you can get your work seen by more people if there's a bigger audience for it. So don't try to get into something that's really small. It may not work. So here we're actually making a pillow float because the hair lays better. And we used a few different things to make this work, and we learned these things over time. So we actually put a board behind it, a Cardellini clamp, and clamped it into place so it lays right. When we do them flat down for a top down, they just don't look right. They don't sit like they would sit on a couch. So we have to be very creative with product photography. Any product photographer will know that part of it's getting the shot, but the other part of it is getting the product to lay or show correctly. So it's a lot of work. Now we get into our really big setup. It's a top down. We're shooting into an umbrella. So it's hitting the umbrella, it's getting diffused and coming back down. And then we have a top down camera. I'm shooting it to the laptop wirelessly, so I have full camera control. And these shots are basic because it's just rugs, but they also take prep because some of these are actual hides from, this one is actually from a bison, and it needs to be cleaned up and prepped. So Cole, is this scale calibrated?
Yeah.
All right. Now remember, I am holding my iPhone, so you got to calculate that in. Oh no. Oh no. And here's the setup for today. I have my camera backpack. I have 2 strobes in there, 2 Sony A7 IVs, some glass, batteries, extra batteries, chargers and whatnot. Here I have my Manfrotto tripod with my geared head, 2 light stands, 2 drinks, 2 shot bags. Simple as can be. It's starting to sprinkle a little, so we're headed inside. I'll show you the setup. So here's my bag setup currently. So here is one of my cameras, a 7.4. I'm probably going to be working with a 24 to 70. And then I have my trigger here for my strobes. Here's extra batteries. Batteries here, and then below these Sony batteries are more strobe batteries. I have my strobe right here, and I'll be using 2 of them. There's power cords for the strobes, and then these are the rest of the power supplies for the strobes. Got my blower, and then my 360 camera. So I'm pulling this guy out. So this is pretty much my setup for today. And there you have it. 2 strobes going through umbrellas into the step and repeat. What is a step and repeat? People step in, they get their photo taken, we repeat the process. A lot of it is wrangling people, making sure that they line up real well, they're centered, they're smiling, they're looking good. It's all about interacting with people and communicating. This event was really nice. It was huge. A lot of money was spent on it. People are dressed amazing. People are happy. They're having a great time. They're having drinks. They're playing the casino night. And there was a fight. It was a fight night. So it was really cool to be able to be part of this experience, watch. What's also cool is being at events like this at big hotels where there's a lot of stuff happening. This wasn't the only event. And guess what? You run into other filmmakers. Look at these guys running the cameras. You run into other shooters that are taking pictures, and you're working with other people. And you just never know who you're going to run into. Man, you're going to make it into the vlog.
Oh no, what do I do?
What do you do? What are you doing here? I'm over here set up for a step and repeat, and you're over here hauling gear around.
Just trying to take my gear to the van. So I left my
you're
car.
Done?
I'm done for the day.
Oh,
yeah,
awesome.
Headed back home to Fort Worth. So.
How do we find you?
So look me up, Take 4 Films on Instagram. Mostly do weddings, but I do some stuff like this as well. And let's see, that's it.
Here's my cart setup for today. We are doing filming of a presentation at a conference. The presentation is only 30 minutes for the portion that we're capturing. I am coming with 2 FX6s, 2 tripods, an XLR cable, and that's it. I have lenses and other stuff, but yeah, 2 cases. So I'm going really small on the tiny rock and roller just because it's going to be a low profile setup. It's a tight space, so I don't need to bring the big guns or huge cart or anything like that. Sometimes just going with something small is the way to go. Today we are in Fort Worth, Texas, and we are right by the stockyards. Going to the lower level. So
going down.
Oh, I guess I should go to lower level. All right. I have a little lead. It's actually just some spare Velcro that I had laying around, and instead of crouching down to grab that handle, it just gives me a little bit of movement. This one flies around, but yeah, it helps a lot when moving around. We're on day 4 of 5 of shooting. It's a very busy week. This is actually a presenter speaking. We're only filming for 30 minutes. We're going to have 2 cameras set up, but I had to get a shot of this cool safe. So you could see my shape bags are over here. I have my 2 FX6s set up. I brought my 2 Sattler tripods, and that's it. Real small setup. You saw the cart was tiny. I taped off my XLR. We actually had the line going into the wall, and there it is, my 2 cameras. We're running 2 FX6s. We have a 24 to 105 G Master. This is for the wide. We're running an Audio Technica mic as a backup. And then we have our Moman batteries and our Atomos Shogun Connect. We have our Sattler tripod. And it is a really compact setup, makes it real easy. And then we're running deity time code into the cameras. We have a 70 to 200 f2.8 over here for the tight shot, so we could go shallow. And we have the Shogun Connect as well.
So those are the setups. They're real simple, straightforward. They're my go-to. Now I'm on my way to have a consultation with a viewer from the channel. Reached out. This was a busy day, but I just packed it in. The last shoot was only 30 minutes. We had 2 hours of prep, 30 minutes of shooting, and like 30 minutes to break down.
So I just wrapped up a consultation with a viewer of the channel, actually. He reached out. He needed a little bit of help, and he wanted to set up his in-home studio for filming videos. He's going to be putting the content out for his clients. One of the reasons he's doing this is he repeats the same things over and over and over again with his clients, and he has a need to kind of capture this content so he could share it with them so they have access to it 24/7, and they have the ability to learn from it rather than him saying that whole 10-minute, 20-minute bit of information every day over and over and over again to multiple clients of his. So this will actually be a good resource, almost like an archive for his clients and for himself, freeing up some time. So yes, he will have an investment up front for the setup, which he's purchased a lot of good equipment already, but he's also going to have the investment of me coming out, setting everything up for him, showing him how everything works efficiently and getting him a good look. And then we're going to go through the ringer with him on a full day and actually have him filming with me there, helping him work the equipment, but also better himself in front of the camera with a very biased person on the other end, because I've filmed a lot of stuff. I've had a lot of people chatting in front of a camera. So I'm going to give him my honest opinion, and he wants it. He is down for it. He wants me to grill him and help him out. And this was all as a result of him watching my channel and having confidence in me. So I'm very appreciative of my audience, and for all the people that reach out that want to have me help them just with the knowledge that I have, but also them helping me with the knowledge they have. It's really great, and I'm really looking forward to working with this client. So he went from being a viewer of the channel to now he's one of my clients. So thanks so much, secret client. I really appreciate you, and I look forward to this awesome project that we're working on together.